Good afternoon, lace jumping. I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia, where last time we defeated Gaussian and opened the way to Soltis, but that's not where we're gonna be going just now, because defeating Gaussian also opens up a whole bunch of other stuff, including the ultimate final level of Vyse's swashbuckler reputation system. So here we go. After working our way up through, Vyse the Brave, Vyse the Hero, Vyse the King of Rogues, we are now Vyse the Charismatic. And you might find that a bit confusing because, that might feel like a bit of a step down in some ways. And, yeah, here's the funny old thing about the reputation system, which is the final rank is entirely dynamic. It changes depending on what you have or haven't done over the course of the game. There's a whole bunch of them in a giant tiered list, and Vyse the Charismatic is in fact the very lowest ranking one on that list of final reputations. As for why we're Vyse the Charismatic, that one's pretty easy. It's because I've recruited literally every crew member. Do that, and when you reach the very end game, you become a Vyse the Charismatic, though, as I say, it does feel a tiny bit on the underwhelming side, so here's what we're gonna do. Today, we're gonna get Vyse up to, a slightly more impressive final reputation. And I should add, by the way, I'm not just doing this because I want Vyse to get a fancy reputation. Oh no. Going up the various reputations in fact leads you towards this game's ultimate secret. Or to be precise, the ultimate 3 secrets. So, okay. Moving up to the next tier requires us to kill 2,500 enemies over the course of the entire game. And to assist with that, we need to speak to an old friend. Here we go, back to Hamachu Island, because Hamachu man, you are going to be very, very cooking useful all of a sudden. Because do not forget, this chappie can, tell you how you're doing in terms of your stats. So, okay, 1,438 is... that's less than I was hoping for. To be honest, that's true. Still, there's a few locations where, I can probably get that done pretty bloody fast, for the simple reason that, some areas you're going to be attacked by a small number of tough enemies, other areas you tend to be swarmed by a large number of weak ones. Obviously the latter, that's what we're after today, and I'm gonna say, the Lands of Ice are probably a good spot for me to, just quickly knock out 1,000 enemies. For the simple reason that, I want somewhat tough enemies, so I'm still gaining some XP and magic from them, but I still want to be able to kill them in one hit. Here we go, 7 penguins in one fight, and on top of that, because they're all ice-coated, they're extraordinarily weak to fire. And Aika's special moves can hit every single person on the field with a fire magic. So, right, nuke the penguins, job cooking done. So here we go, just one quick nuclear strike there, down the penguins go, and there's 7 kills and nice and easy. So, right, I'm just going to be, doing this for a while. I'll be right back. Oh, and while I was just, sailing around and whatnot, I also just ran into a discovery. The frozen giant right in the side of, one of the giant floating glaciers nearby to the Lands of Ice. So okay, a giant furry animal preserved in ice for 20,000 years. Marvellous. Oh, and one more too, I missed this last time I was passing by. Due west of, the entrance to Glacier on topside, there's the Icebird, which is basically just, a cute penguin, but the sort that doesn't want to murder you, so way better than the bastards we've been running into so far. Seriously, just look at him, he's adorable. Oh, and one more discovery for the pile, given, I'm just, doing laps and laps and laps around Cocky Glacier. The Icelands, on a mountain right next to, the penguin. So okay, would you believe it's a big lens made out of ice, possibly as a weapon to burn other ships out of the sky, possibly given it, focused on Glacier itself to, I don't know, melt ice to produce drinking water. Let's say that. In fact, you know what? While I'm gathering discoveries here in the Lands of Ice, I'm pretty sure there's one more around here. In Upper Sky. Hang about here. I swear on, the mountains in Upper Sky, somewhere in this bit of the world. There we flipping go. A Tomb of Ice. Generally like, any mountain peak that goes into Upper Sky. Just check it for a discovery. There's a good chance there's something there. And would you believe the Tomb of Ice is a tomb made out of ice? Okay, sometime later, I've made a good start, but I've also realised I'm doing this in a really dumb way, and there's a much better place to do this than, you know, flipping Glacier. Here we go, just cross back over the White Rock Reef, and we're back in Looper Space, because okay, I kind of ruled out Looper Space because, you know, they're really bloody difficult to deal with, but when you think about it, is that still true? After all, the only real problem with loopers is that they're incredibly resistant to magic and incredibly evasive. But Vyse has now got a sword with a hit rate of 200. Ika's got the same thanks to the swirl meringue. And if I just nip outside to speak to Gilda for a second, I've now got a physical S move that hits all targets in a line. Like a quite generous wide line, and that will absolutely cocking melt loopers. Also, I do enjoy this element of random events on your boat. So, you know, today you could just come down to the deck and flipping Marco, Ismail and Ryukan are just having a picnic, which I find delightful. Add on to that, I could give Ika critical vision back for even more accuracy. And even Fina can take the assassin ring. And okay, not only can we take out these loopers, like, you know, pretty easily all things considered now. Oh yeah, we're just hitting them and knocking them down, etc, etc, and Gunslinger in particular should do, you know what, we're not even gonna get to Gunslinger. The rest of the team is just tearing apart loopers, no trouble whatsoever. Critical hit, guaranteed hit anyway, so boosted crit rate, that assists against loopers too, but yeah. The other nice thing is, well, one, we're potentially farming seeds right now, you can get really good seeds from loopers, and two, those 4 loopers were worth like 1,500 experience points. That is not nothing. Also, nothing swarms like loopers. You can get so many loopers in one single fight. And I was not even looking for this, but you know, while we're just moseying around Looper Space, we found the long line. It's basically an ancient Yafu Toman fishing technique. Okay, we've been making some good progress here. The team is, you know, leveling up at a good rate on account of all the loopers, and I think we may have just hit. Oh yeah. Oh flippin' yeah. You may have just noticed that. Ika just picked up arguably the single most important stat in the game. Oh, and to celebrate that, we even got a Dexa seed. Ika is now generating a Force Spirit, which Vyse started doing some time ago. So okay, that just means that's the spirit they generate per turn. Now Fina and Gilda, they're still back on 3, but if you add 4, 4, 3 and 3 together, you get 14. And that right there is an incredible threshold in this game, because that means you can cast Rain of Swords on your very first turn. And that is going to make this whole process so much easier. So there we go, jump up into the air, Rain of Swords, everybody dies, okay. So yes, clearing out small groups of enemies, that just became simplicity itself, I love it. And with that in hand, right, I'm willing to now go back over to Enrique, because, yeah, he's the only 4th party member that can hold the warrior's heart. So, right, welcome back, Enrique. Okay, I'll admit, that took a few hours, but it's done. Vyse is no longer Vyse the Charismatic, which, you know, was a really naff reputation. Now, oh, I'd say that's a lot cocky better, actually. And hilariously, while we were doing that, yes, Athena reached a level where she's now generating a Force Spirit a turn, and she successfully finished learning every single spell in the game. She now knows all of them, which is completely meaningless because, you know, we moved over to a magic box-based economy weeks ago, but still, good for you, Fina. So okay, that right there, that is lovely for Vyse. But it's not just, you know, because I felt Vyse the Charismatic was a bit of a naff name. No. That there was the first of the criteria for accessing this game's full proper ending. Step 1, kill 2,500 enemies to unlock the reputation Vyse the Battle Lord. Though I won't deny, the opportunity to, yes, do a bit of training on my team has not hurt either, because we're coming upon the optional Super Elite Endgame bosses, and they are 1, monsters, and 2, very much based under the assumption you're supposed to do some training if you want to fight them. Still, before we leave Looper Space, yes, I do want to now, you know, address one question that's kind of been hanging over this entire game for some time, which is, what precisely is a looper? Like, you know, these weird creatures that just show up with their incredibly high evade and magic resistance. Like, what are they? Why are they here? Well, the game never actually answers this, not directly anyway, but there is one rather big piece of evidence that only becomes available at this point in the game, and that points towards the idea that loopers are ghosts, like literally the citizens of Arcadia. When they die, they become loopers. Which probably means, you know, I shouldn't be murdering them for experience and whatnot, but let's just say we didn't know, alright. This was all just a terrible misunderstanding. So, what I'm going to do now is mosey over to Yafutoma. Or to be specific, I'm returning to, yes, the Yafutoma side hole that leads into the Dark Rift. And because we're entering from the rear of the dungeon, we're going to get straight into the boss room, and if we come here at any other point in the game after clearing out the boss, the room would be empty, just as we left it. However, if you return at this point in the game, something rather curious happens, which is, there's a giant dark looper here. A looper that only appears the exact moment that Gaussian dies. So, we're just going to, you know, mosey up to our new looper friend here, and if you interact with it, you get brought into a fight. A shit fight, in fact, despite the size of the looper. Like, you know, in reality, it's not quite as big as it looks in the room, I guess. And this creature's name is Elcian, which is quite close to Gaussian when you think about it. And its alignment is yellow, just like Gaussian's was. So, basically, as far as I'm concerned, this here is the ghost of Gaussian. And pretty compelling evidence that, yes, loopers are in fact just the ghosts of regular people. So, okay. Gaussian's ghost is opening up with a basic Piri, but when I say, you know, basic. Yeah, Gaussian's ghost isn't a joke, by the way. A basic Piri is doing like 2,000 damage. This here is why you do some training before you do the optional endgame bosses, because that's 2,000 damage after I just gained like, you know, 10-15 levels or something. Meanwhile, yes, if we just send Fina in to do a bit of damage, okay. It's more vulnerable to magic than plenty of other loopers are, but still, it does not feel like the right approach, no. Under the circumstances, yes, maybe treat this thing with, you know, a bit of respect and whatnot, and put up a nice Delta shield. Meanwhile, Fina could just try and stabilise the team, while, yes, Enrique puts up a Justice Shield just in case you've got any more tricks up your sleeve, buddy. Oh yeah, on this occasion he's going for the sleep spells, and that's not gonna do anything because I've got Delta Shield up, so... okay, step by step, buddy, we can wear you down. If you're just going to keep using magic, a Delta Shield's going to deal with that pretty nicely. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got more tricks than that up his sleeve. Still, this turn, we can afford to do Pirate's Wrath, which is lovely. No, he's just obsessed with magic, but I swear this guy's got stuff other than magic in his arsenal. Anyway, send in the Pirate's Wrath, that's doing good work right there, so... it is just weird to, like, you know, see a looper who doesn't just die to the first thing that hits them. That's just downright weird, but whatever. Oh, and here we go. Obviously the turn, I don't use Cocky Justice Shield. He goes in for a basic attack, which still does, like, 3,700 damage. So, again, this is why it's a very, very good idea to do some training before you approach the optional endgame bosses. Okay, Aika. Get Fina back up to, yes, a ship shape if you'd be so kind. Fina's also fatigued, so she can't generate spirit right now, which is a shame. And yeah, honestly, under the circumstances, Fina, you just guard for now, because I'm pretty sure we can finish off Elcian right this second. So, oh dear. I feel like that Piri's about to, oh dear, no, she just took it. Because of the guard, right. Fina was just able to survive. Well, cocky dumb, blimey. That was close, though. That was really close to taking her down. Still, time to, you know, take Gaussian down for the second time in 2 episodes. And there we go, we've defeated his ghosts. Okay, back to the reputations. Next up, yes, how about Vyse the Sky King? I'd say that sounds pretty bloody good, actually. And that one's going to be a lot easier because, yes, I've already done most of the work there. all you've got to do is win a big number of fights in the sky. Specifically, the 4 optional monsters we already killed. The squid, the giant looper, the rock, and the spider over the lands of ice. Kill them, and then win any 12 ship fights that are not story compulsory. This one really is not difficult, given you've probably already done a few non-compulsory fights, and it's only 12. Plus, with a fully upgraded Delphinus and basic Black Pirates and Valoran ships floating around the early game areas, oh yeah, I feel like, this is not going to be tricky. Now you might be thinking, John, weren't you, like, allied with the Black Pirates? Yeah, but Gaussian's dead now, that alliance is off again. And buddy, I think you are going to regret fighting me because, oh dear, one of my attacks missed and he died anyway. So yeah, as I say, this one's not gonna take very long. Though yes, you could argue I made a mistake given I didn't take care of this earlier, because now Valor's gone, yeah, their boats that were just patrolling outside the Valoran front door, they're gone too. Still, that kind of doesn't matter because, yes, if you just nip into Maramba and then hop straight back in your ship, guess who's cockeyed back right next to Maramba? Oh, and there we go, I am now King of the Sky. So, right, the names are getting, better and better, though, I will admit, the next couple of tiers are, a bit on the odd side, because, yes, the next one up is, Vyse King of Fishing, which officially, according to the game, does outrank being the king of aerial warfare. But, yes, to get that, you need to catch 1,000 fish. Luckily, that one isn't actually necessary to get, the secret stuff unlocked. Which is good, because catching fish in this game is really bloody slow. And I've caught, like, under 100. The Hamachu guy does tell you. So, yes, luckily, we can skip that one. Together with the next one, Vyse the Extravagant, which is basically for if you are catastrophically rich. Though hilariously, one of the criteria for that is, yes, owning 1,000,000 gold, which I actually almost do, just because killing a very large number of, loopers, that's a lucrative damn business. And on top of that, you've got to make your Delphinus ridiculously luxurious by owning various very fancy upgrades. Some of which I do have, like the air purifier right here, though, yes, this one's a bit on the evil side, actually. Because some of the items to get this reputation can only be acquired if you've got the right person set as your active merchant out of Khalifa and Osman. If you've got the wrong person set when you take down particular enemies, you simply can't get this reputation anymore. So, I'm guessing yes, in part because of that, this is once again not necessary to unlock the game's ultimate final secrets. So we can skip straight up to the next reputation, Vyse the King of Exploration. And for this one I'm nipping back to Hamachu Island, because yes, King of Exploration has got 2 components. Number 1, you have to have opened at least 90% of all treasure chests in the entire game, and this guy can give you that information. We're already at 93%, so I am at A-OK, but okay, this one is, again, a bit on the evil side, because there are many locations in this game that have got treasure chests in them, where after a certain point in the game, you simply lose the ability to get those treasure chests anymore. Like, literally the game's opening tutorial dungeon on Alfonso's ship. After you leave it, you can never go back there, and there are multiple chests on board, and that is true for many dungeons, like say, the Hydra that we just did the other day. We can't go back there anymore, and as I say, this is true for many areas in this game, so yes, this one is evil, and I'm guessing that's why, there's the 10% flexibility built in. The other component, though, is, yes, a bit more tricky, and that is locating and turning in literally every discovery in the game. Though yes, I have been doing my best to, keep on top of discoveries while we've just been playing the game normally, so yes, really I've not been missing that many, plenty we've already discovered. Okay, let's try and approach this sensibly. Start nearby to Crescent Island and we'll see how many we can mop up in a hurry. So, yeah, really nearby to this bit of the world, just past Skull Rock in fact. There we go, floating around in this bit of the world, the balloon flower. Which is a flower that's also a balloon. And there's more plant life around here too, but yes, this next one is blowing in the breeze and might be a bit trickier to locate. Hang on a minute, I think I see you there, buddy! And there we go, the balloon seeds. Though arguably, yes, I just found these in the wrong order, given the balloon seed description does suggest the existence of nearby balloon flowers, but I find the flowers way easier to find because they're not cooking moving. Next up, just around the corner from Nazrad, nearby to, yes, this somewhat suspicious grassy area. Here we go, the ruins of Ralana. So an old ruin acting as a central trade between Nazra and the east, suggesting, yes, at some point in history, there was obviously trade occurring between Yafutoma and Nazra, meaning of course they must have had a way to bypass the Dark Rift back then. Not too surprising given they, literally had satellites and upper sky. Okay, next we're heading south towards South Ocean and Ixataka beyond it. Because yes, the moment we enter South Ocean, which is much easier to, explore now there's not cooking giant whirlwinds and whatnot, there we go, Maroon Islands. A place where treacherous air pirates were abandoned, dear oh flippin' dear. And just a bit deeper into South Ocean, it's Beak Rock, which is a rock that looks like a beak, though, okay, the description is fun, because, it very dismissively says, oh yeah, sailors used to say they got attacked by giant birds around here, but I bet they were just seeing this rock. But obviously, we know there is literally a giant bird that's also the rock, so you know what, that's kind of fun actually. Okay, back to Ixataka, and yes, there's definitely one I missed around here. There we go, just north of the Moonstone Mine, the Turtala Pole. This one, unfortunately, a bit of a mystery. We're not quite sure what it is or what it does. Okay, from here I'm heading, yes, northeast to Valor, though I'm going to be going, via the route of a lower sky. Because pretty much spot on between me and there, we have got the Bottomless Pit. A mysterious hollow rock formation going down into deep sky and containing some rather ominous noises. Oh, and hello, sexy, this one is okay. I thought this one was going to take me a lot cocking longer, but I found the cocking flutterflies, who I attempted to find last time based on the advice of the hermit, and it did not go well, but okay, on this occasion, I just saw them in the distance, and you know what? I'll flippin' take it. Though fascinatingly, yes, despite the fact they're looking for balloon flower nectar, and we know the balloon flowers are nearby to Crescent Isle, that's not where these guys are. You're doing a very bad job finding the balloon flowers, okay? Anyway, that done, back to Valor, because there's a lot I missed in here. Not least as last time we were passing through, we were a bit busy with the whole Drachma Ragnan thing. There we go, the Ancient Palace, very nearby to, the area we already passed through. Could have got this the first time I was here, I just missed it. So, a beautiful castle, but unfortunately, yes, mentions of torture devices and various potions, so possibly some bad stuff happened here too. And yes, this spot in Valor is also a very good opportunity to intercept one of this game's weirder discoveries. In fact, hello there, buddy, just wait for you to pass by, and the Flying Cocking Flail. So basically, during an ancient sporting contest, someone tossed a ball on the end of a string so hard that it entered a stable orbit around Arcadia. Some of the discoveries are a bit weird, I'll give ya. And while we're in upper sky around Valois, hang on here, one of the mountains that's just... No, that's just the flail again, don't worry about that. Here we go, the Sky Ladder, which someone built in ancient times before they invented a flying ship. So, again, some of the discoveries are just bloody weird. Okay, if I just go a tiny bit north from here and then drop down, yes, onto this lovely chain of rocks around here. Hang on, I know there's one more. There we flipping go. Nothing too dramatic. Ancient stone city, we don't know how they all died. Okay, from Valor, we can nip over to the lands of ice nice and easy. Where here we go, very obvious down here at the bottom of Lower Sky, a mysterious secret ice fountain. Okay, and if from here I head, yes, west to reach Yafutoma, I think I could pick up a couple en route as well. Here we go, literally just west of where I was on the way to Yafutoma, a mystic orchard that spawned, yes, a Yafutoman fairy tale about a young man who took one of the magical fruits, but as a result in payment had to become a tree himself. And then if we just go down into Lower Sky and proceed west even further, here we go, rolling around nearby to Ryukan's house, the Rolling Stone. Scientists have no idea how it works. Okay, in which case, let's blame the moon. It's always the cooking moon's fault. Right, and at this point, we're pretty much straight back to Yafutoma, and I suspect the lion's share of everything left is going to be around Yafutoma, because I have not come back and explored this location properly since I got the ability to, go above and below the sky. And there's a fair bit floating around Yafutoma. Here we go, I'm seeing one thing straight away, and okay, we've got ourselves another satellite. Or alternatively, given the mention of yes, using sound waves to let them know when their enemies were approaching, maybe more like, a sky submarine, if you will. Anyway, an ancient spycraft of some description. And here we go, right by Yafutoma proper, we have got the Stone Lovers. Two giant statues that may also possibly be a tomb. Just to confirm, by the way, it's been, several weeks at this point, and Blueheim's still here, so, right, I'm pretty sure he's dead, yes. And hello, sexy in conventional sky, right, just doing a lapse nearby to Mount Kazai, we've got the Wanderbirds. The description confirming they are in fact birds, yes. One more in conventional sky too, just to follow the nearby white stone reef around a bit. Here we go, one lovely island with a forest right here. It's gonna be somewhere on here, buddy. There we go, the statue of an ancient prince who lost his wife in a sailing accident. Dear oh flippin' dear. And hello, sexy, I'm seeing something moving straight away here, and it's a flying sky turtle. A legendary creature from a Yafutoman story about a flying sky turtle. Honestly, not the most riveting story in many ways. And I'm pretty sure there's... Stop ramming me, Mr. Sky Turtle. There's another one round here. Tanku Island's got something else nearby to it. Hang on. There we go. There's an island really nearby to Tenku. I knew you were around here somewhere. And it turns out, in fact, it's the second half of the same story. So, okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been so sniffy at the story. The flying turtle brought the older man to this island of great beauty where the lovely Princess Oto awaited. They laughed and ate and danced for days, and when the turtle finally brought the man home, 300 years had passed. So, is that a happy story or not? I'm not sure if that's a happy story. Okay, I feel like I've got to be doing pretty well right now, so, that's a really early one, okay. That means I've missed something, yeah, really nearby to North Ocean or Ixataka, because generally they're clustered geographically. Then we're all done. I've still got a couple floating around, yes, in this bit of the world or upper sky. That's all done. That's all done. Okay, we're almost there. In fact, you know what? I know what these two are, though, yes, rather embarrassingly. It's the basic one I must have just walked straight past that I cannot remember what it is. I just need to find, yes, a really weird one in upper sky nearby to Lupa territory. Oh, here we flippy go, yes, there's a mysterious point in upper sky where it all goes a bit dark suddenly. Because, yes, there's just, a mysterious eclipse point here. Though admittedly how eclipses work in Arcadia is a bit of a mystery because, as you may have noticed, the vast majority of the time, there's not really, like, a sun around Arcadia. Like, on occasion, during certain scenes set at sunset or sunrise, yes, at that point there's suddenly a sun, but, like, 95% of the time, the sun's just sort of, missing. So, yeah, it's not entirely clear, like, where it goes between sunrise and sunset. Oh, and you know what? I'm actually right next to North Ocean right now, so, right, I just need to go and figure out what it is I forgot last time I was passing through. Whatever it is, yes, it was really early inside the Discovery Journal, so it must be in conventional sky. They wouldn't put something in upper or lower sky that early on, so it's gotta be somewhere around here, and honestly, I kind of thought it already, cleared out North Ocean, but right, I've definitely missed something. The thing is, there's a cocking load of them are really nearby to each other right here, and most of them I've already discovered, because, you, buddy? Hang on. You are the... Yes, you're the Will-O-Wisps. There's the Rock's Nest right here. There's the Giant's Hammer and Throne nearby too. So, okay, seriously, what is it I've missed here? Okay, this took me a while, but it turns out there's, yes, an invisible island right next to those cooking Will-O-Wisps right where I started. I'm so sorry, weird geometric shapes. I completely forgot you existed. And that leaves only one, and... okay, I've not been looking forward to this one. You see, I'm currently navigating towards the Dark Rift, because the last discovery is the ghost ship. And the ghost ship just really cooking enjoys messing you around. It's one of those ones that, you know, goes on a bit of a journey. You see, somewhere around here, there's gonna be a ghost ship in upper sky, floating sometimes near Esperanza, sometimes nearby to Ryukan, just like, you know, going around in a really, really cocky big circle. Now, you might think that'd be pretty easy to spot. So, fun fact, this game's like 25 years old, so as you probably noticed, the draw distance isn't actually that great. Meaning, just because, you know, I can't see anything, it doesn't mean the ship's not actually vaguely nearby to me. It could be pretty nearby, I just can't see it, so... okay, this might take a while. Oh, there she flipping is. Okay, once again, that took a while, but... the flipping ghost ship has been located. Rumours say it once belonged to the great air pirate Daikokuya, but nothing has ever been found to support the theory, so... okay, it could just be, you know, a shipwreck being tossed about by the mysterious currents of the Dark Rift. That seems way more likely. So, quickly sell all of this information. Okay, I'm still not a million and marvellous. But who cares, because I am now the king of exploration. And that means there is now just a single thing standing between me and unlocking this game's final secrets. And that is the bounty system, because there's 2 bounties we've not yet taken on. Here we go, and number 1. Daikokuya the Wealthy. Riding aboard a gaudy ship plated in gold, this pirate has been known to attack all who cross his path. A wealthy Yafutoman, he has been seen travelling near the lands of ice. It is said that he throws money at his opponents, confusing them in a fight, and that's not a joke, by the way, it's something you should take very seriously. His special attack is throwing money at you, and it does cause confusion, and that can pretty much kill you, because if your entire team's confused, they literally can't do anything. It also makes picking a team a bit more difficult for this fight, because yes, Enrique's great, Justice Shield is amazing. However, if we just go over to Gilda here, his second ability, which we never bothered unlocking previously, is really rather bloody useful, because for only 3 spirit, he can block all adverse effects, basically meaning any status condition. This kind of works, you know, in the same way as a Delta Shield protects you from all magic, this just protects you from anything negative whatsoever. So, you know what? That could be really bloody useful for, you know, avoiding the confusion mechanics. And here we go, our lad is not difficult to find, so there's not much going on in, you know, the lands of ice, and he is riding around in a solid gold ship. Oh yeah, look at that. That is nice and fancy, though, okay. I am fully prepared for the possibility of losing this fight. This is the second hardest fight in the game, to my mind. Still, we're going in, and ho-ho, so this is the ship of the infamous Vyse, eh? Not bad, not bad. Of course, I would have it painted in gold and purple. Gold makes everything look better. I like you, Daikokuya. So, okay, out we come to figure out what's going on precisely. Vyse, over there. Yes, indeed. The lad is riding around on a giant cat. As the wealthiest man in Yafutoma, I lived a life of luxury. I had no want of material possessions. And yet, I felt unsatisfied. Then I heard about your adventures in Yafutoma. I realised then that the life of an air pirate was the life I had been craving. So I bought a ship, got together a crew, and built this machine, Tama, for my personal use. I wanted to travel the skies in search of fun and excitement just like you, Vyse. So, okay. He's basically just, you know, looking for a good time. You know what? Fair enough. I like your giant cat robots. Anyway, here we flipping go, time to make this happen, and yes indeed. As you might expect, the lad hasn't come alone. Using his giant piles of money, he also hires assistants. So, yes, he's got, other people on the field, and he's gonna be calling up more as the fight goes on too. So, step 1, I'm gonna see if and maybe, now I'm a bit stronger than I used to be, I can clear out his assistant straight away. So we're gonna go for, a Rain of Swords, Ica. Of course, going to be powering up Vyse, lovely, and, okay. We could go straight in for Crystal, and purple magic does work well against blue, so it's probably worth an investigation, yes. Meanwhile, Gilda, for the time being, you focus up because, yes, we can't use your special defensive abilities just yet.
Come here!
And there we go, with a shower of money, he literally summons reinforcements onto the field, and I'm kinda hoping that, yes, we could just clear them off straight away, because much like, what was his name? The lad with the big robot we fought back on Sailor's Island, if he runs out of bodyguards, he's gonna try and summon more, though, okay, he also does hit pretty hard. We need to sort these guys out, so, yeah, not only are they tough, they can also buff themselves, so they're getting stronger as the fight goes on. Okay, Vyse, I need you to... There we go! Rain of Swords, if you'd be so kind. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's a tiny bit concerning, actually. That is, yes, nowhere near as much damage as I was hoping for. Okay, but, bit of magic at him, bare minimum, 600. Not bad, but I am concerned that, yes, we could be in a, spot of difficulty here. Just related to the fact that, his bodyguards can apparently just tank big hits from Vyse. Okay, this is now a serious enough situation that I'm willing to break out the toys that I've been, sitting on this entire cocky game. Here we go, a sacred stone that boosts the spirit of the entire party to heroic levels, and I'm gonna say, that sounds like, a very good idea right about now. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Vyse is going to heal Fina. Meanwhile, Ica's going to start seeing if, yes, we can confuse them with her regular attacks. Fina is going to use Incremus, so the entire party has got, a nice big defensive boost. And Gilda is going to protect us in case, yes, this bastard tries to confuse us by tossing money in our direction. So, okay, let's see how that works out.
Your petty little tricks won't work on us.
And there we go, that there is Gilda's ability. So right, they're now protected, and no, he's using Electrolon. Okay, that's not great, because I didn't think he was actually going to use that much magic, but, okay, you know what? That is nothing. If he uses that, he's basically wasting a turn, so, okay. You're just, buffing yourselves. In fact, you've just buffed the entire party. I'm starting to get concerned here, actually. Still, we're gonna get, Fina back up to good shape, because she's by far the most vulnerable person on the field right now. Then we're gonna see if, yes, we can confuse you. We can. Good. They are confusable. That's great. So, you're going for Wind Slash, 1,500. Okay, but not great, and seriously, they're just powering themselves up, aren't they? So, okay, bare minimum, we've got Incremus off. So, right, we should now be much tougher. And, hang on. Hang on, I forgot to tell anyone to use that item that I wanted them to use, didn't I? Okay, Vyse. Rain of Swords, just to, yes, keep wearing them down a bit. Ica, you're going to be on, oh, hang on. Okay, how much spirit does it take for you to, yes, get rid of beneficial effects? You need 6 for that. In which case, yes, Vyse, I want you to just move in and use a Cutlass Fury just to give, the main guy a bit more of a poke. Ica, you're using, yes, the Mega Charge Spirit item. Then, yeah, Fina, I want you to get rid of, yes, any of the positive effects, please. Lunar Winds, that's the one. There we go. You use Lunar Winds, and yeah, keep on using Denial. So, okay, that goes first. That's a priority move. That's lovely. He's going to do it sooner or later. And there we go. That's what we wanted to stop. Golden Flurry, where he just starts, you know, tossing money in every direction. And it really, really cocking hurts, actually. In fact, oh, blimey. Okay. The confusion missed across the board. That's good, though. Gosh, flipping darn it, they just took down Ica. Was Ica about to be using the... Oh, this isn't going well. This isn't going well at all, actually. Still, bare minimum. We can now get rid of, yes, all the positive effects. They're all gone. That's good. That's really good. Here comes some basic attacks. Seriously, this is going very dodgily. Because, yes, with Ica being down once again, I don't get off the cocking Valor. Meaning, I don't have a giant filled-up spirit meter, which would have been a really cocking useful right about now. Okay, but he probably won't do that a second time. So, Vyse, you get Ica back up and about. Fina, you just need to, yes, keep yourself operational. And Gilda, okay, try and use the cocking item, please. And one basic attack. Oh, we are just going to straight up lose this fight, aren't we? Yeah, I told you this was a bit of a nasty one. Okay, bare minimum, we did successfully get off the Valor on this occasion. Though, hilariously, we can't actually use Prophecy, because do bear in mind, yes, Prophecy can only be used when all team members are available. Then again, I mean, blue rogues would potentially do a lot of damage to the entire field, and it would heal up us a lot too. You know what? Screw it, we're gonna give it a go.
Attack!
So, okay, we're now going to do a lot of healing, a lot of damage too. If we're lucky, this might take out all of his reinforcements. So, there we go. We've got a huge number of people doing a lot of damage here. When it's blue, it means they're doing damage. When it's pink, it means they're doing a healing. So, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of blue so far, which is good. Right here, my dog's getting involved too, which is delightful. In fact, so far we've had, like, no pink. There's some pink. Okay, tiny bit of healing, which is good. We do need, like, you know, some healing, but it feels like it's going to be majority damage, which is positive. Actually, there's Domingo doing his thing too. In fact, now it's nothing but pink. Okay, I won't mind, like, you know, some blue at the end here. Now it's too much pink. We're going to be doing way too much healing. Okay, seriously, way too much healing now. Gotcha. And here we go. The attack comes in and... you know what? It has at least done one really good thing. It's cleared almost all of his people off the field. And that's okay. You know what? That might have just saved us. Because now, yeah, he's probably going to try and summon new people to help out. Because, like, you know, there's not many people left now. Still, I'm going to say, use the crystal to get out Fina. And we're going to actually attack with Ica. Because Ica can, yeah, most reliably go first. Which is good. And that's really, really good. The rest of the team is... okay, still a tiny bit damaged, to be honest, so you just use a Sacrum Crystal, because I'm pretty confident he is not going to attack this turn. He's going to try and, you know, get his friends up instead. So use Sacrum. Never mind, he's using magic. And a sleep spell is potentially really dangerous, actually, because if that hits too many people. Oh, dear. Okay, two of my team are down. But his entire team is down, meaning next turn he's probably going to... he's going to try and summon. But now, with my team being asleep, there's now... right, we didn't get off the Rhizome Crystal. But Ica should be able to get that off this turn, because now he should be, yes, summoning more people. There we go, Bodyguard. So he just summons in reinforcements. That's good, because that means basically this turn, he hasn't done anything. So, yeah, we can get Fina back up and about. She can wake people up, if need be. But yeah, they will wake up if attacked. The problem is, yes, if they get attacked, it might be really, really cocking hard. But we're back up on our feet. That's good. That's really good. And because we haven't done anything for a couple of turns, Spirit's looking good as well. Honestly, there's not much Ica can usefully do at the moment, though. Oh. Right, what happened to our, bonuses to attack? It will have been when they were knocked unconscious. Right, that took that off. So, what I'm going to say is you, Glyph of Might, at Fina. And Fina is going to, yes, wake everybody up. That's going to take 6. So, right, bare minimum. She gets it off first. That's good. Everyone's now awake. What I'm concerned about is if he now uses... Never mind, he's using death magic now. Oh, that's potentially bad, actually. I didn't realise he was about to use death magic, so... Okay, that's good. That missed. Luckily, yes, death magic is inaccurate. The question is, do I save up for Prophecy, or do I just start wailing on him with Pirate's Wrath? Probably Pirate's Wrath is better. Meanwhile, Ica, given she's getting to go first and whatnot, yes, you just keep dropping Sacrum. Just, a bit of low-level healing across the entire team, please. Fina, for now, you just focus, and yes, it's been a while since he's used a Golden Flurry, so I'm going back into denial. So, okay, that goes first, a priority move. Lovely. I should really probably start laying down a lot more Delta Shield. And, okay, I was right. He was completely preparing to use Golden Flurry. But he cannot confuse me. I know that hurts, like, really cocking it hurts, but no confusion. Which is so important. And he has not taken anyone down either. Okay. Bring in the Pirate's Wrath. That's good. That's really good. Like, 2 more of them will be golden. And we do have a Sacrum anyway. Blimey, Ica went late in that turn. She is, yes, apparently a fair bit behind everyone else when it comes to, quick. And it's a rare day where Ica is not the fastest person on the field. I think we should just prioritise wailing on him. Because now he's done that, I don't think he's going to do it again. Which means I think probably it's time for magic. Which means Delta Shields. So I'd say the rest of the team should just basically ignore everything and just be spamming Sacrum crystals. Just nothing but Sacrum. I suspect he's going to magic right now. If he does, that's really good. So okay. He cannot magic us anymore. That's good. 1 basic attack. And a lucky miss. Good. Good. So okay. Once we get the 2 Sacrums off, we'll be golden. Gilda is strong, but he is also very, very slow. This is now starting to stabilise. I was worried for a second, but I think we've got his number. 1 more Sacrum is golden, so that's, 2,000 healing on the team since he attacked us, and we're in good shape. And you're just trying to heal too. Are you healing yourself or your boss? You're healing the boss, but honestly, 1,000 is not going to save him. So yeah, I can afford to do a Pirate's Wrath, and also Delta Shield, and also... You should probably just focus. Then again, you know what? No, just more healing. And denial. Just keep using denial just in case. I do not want to throw this at the last moment. We've got the spirit to play defensive right now. And I think going for, Gilda, not Enrique, was the right thing. Avoiding all this confusion, that was the right thing to do. And okay. I was worried he might start spamming Golden Flurry. So okay, he should not be able to kill Vyse. No, he can't. And yeah, he misses all of his confusion. Good. And if we're lucky, this might be... There's the kill right there, blimey. As I say, this guy is no joke. This guy's an absolute cocking menace. Hilariously, though, the fight isn't actually over. Because, yes, now we've got to, beat up his final minion before we've technically won. Still, 1 Pirate's Wrath should deal with you. And the job is done. But blimey, that was nasty. The optional endgame fights, they are no joke. I give up, you win. I wouldn't have expected any less of you. I think I'm smitten with you. That power, that strength, I guess there really are things in this world that money can't buy. So, I do enjoy how every optional boss fight ends in, somebody learning an important moral lesson. On this occasion, yes, money can't buy everything. And rather fascinatingly, yes, this guy gives us only one item as a reward. The Pharax idol, one of 3 lost sacred figurines the Pinter is looking for, which we get to add to, the ones we already picked up previously. Here we go, the Magilix idol, and the Euconix idol, meaning we have now found the 3 sacred figurines the Pinter was looking for. And if you speak to Pinter after gathering the 3 things that he wanted gathering from around the world, literally nothing happens. This was definitely supposed to be a mechanic at some point in the game, but it, must have dropped out at some point during development. So, back in town, we get 20 grand for defeating the chappie. And we can also confirm that, yes, he basically continued his vacationing, buying a load of cocky gifts in every city he visited. And that leaves only one target we need to take out. Lord Xivalin Bane, the leader of the Xivalin Bane clan we've been running into all this time. Unfortunately, the bounty has no information about where you might find him and, okay, I will admit, he's, hiding in a rather unexpected location. And that, weirdly enough, is Soltis, the same location where Ramirez is currently hiding out, so basically, yes, all roads now lead to Soltis. To defeat the final bounty, to achieve the final reputation, and to win the game, we need to go into Soltis at this point. So, how about we call it a part there and pick that up next time, because some very, very tough opponents are waiting for us inside Soltis, and once we unlock this game's 3 infamous secrets, yes, there's an even tougher enemy waiting for us somewhere else too. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Skies of Arcadia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on, there's more yet though, I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.